So welcome to Travel Around Suzy. Today we are going to tear this diesel heater apart and clean it for the summer and get it ready for next season. Come along with me as we do that. All right, so right here is a cap. Anyway, so we take this cap off. Not too bad there. You can see some fuzz. So we'll definitely clean that off, get that looking good. And then this part just kind of snaps forward. And you can see some debris there. So we'll get that all cleaned up. You can see some dust on there. And there's the fan. This is what spins around. And we need to make sure that in there is all nice and clean. So, let's get to it. Now, while I got this off, I want to make sure that I inspect these fins. We got some more wiring over here. Just make sure that nothing is like right there. That makes a little concern. Let me check that out. Is that melting? Is it rubbing? Is it pinching? And I think it's okay. So we're gonna leave that alone. But we're gonna make sure that that sits down in there. And then we got some more wiring here. Inspect that. Got some debris right there. We'll get that all cleaned up. And we got some debris going on there, so we'll get that all cleaned up. Look at all that fuzz. We need to get all that cleaned up. That cleaned up. All right, guys, so we're gonna clean this first. So it's not terribly dirty. You can see some debris here, but not bad. So, spray bottles. And if you haven't seen this video, I highly recommend anybody that's starting van life to go back and watch this. Now I'm gonna change this up a little bit. Oh, there we go. A little bit more pressure. But then I have these microfiber towels that will get in a little bit of the area. And the next thing we'll do is this. And like I said, not terrible, but I'm just gonna wet this down. In the video, I don't know, it was a couple videos ago that I had made. It was talking about how I can go like 14 days off grid with no holding tanks. And if you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend for everybody to go back and see that. So we'll get this all cleaned up. Down in the comments whether you would own a diesel heater, don't like them, you do like them, or you do have them. All right, well, that part's all clean. I try to keep behind, this section all nice and cleared off so nothing does get up to that fan, because it does need to have lots of intake air. Personally, I love my diesel heater. This diesel heater has been going on, I think, 4 years, maybe 5 years. I don't know. Time flies. It's hard for me to keep track of how many years. I'm going to say at least 4 years. All right, so now that's all clean. And this is all clean. And this just fits on with the red. It just sits on there. And every spring, I do this. I clean this all out, get this ready. And the one thing that I do with the springtime, or during the springtime, because obviously in the middle of summer, I don't really need the heater. Because it is mechanical, it does have, it does have components that need to be worked, I feel that it's in the best interest for me to turn this on at least once a month. And I try to pick a day that it's not very hot, like it's a rainy day or whatever. And once a month, I will turn this on to high, and I will just run the diesel heater on high, just to blow out the soot and everything from the chambers. Make sure that it's running. That needs a little bit of cleaning. Yeah, I want to make sure that it's up and running and everything is good on it. And that way, if I end up having a problem with it before winter hits, I know that I need to work onto it. So I do that once a month, and I write it in a calendar, or sometimes I even put it in my phone and just have it remind me once a month to do that. Just making sure I'm testing it, running everything. And, you know, I've got a hose running from the front to the back. I want to make sure that diesel is not staying put too long. And that way, if there's a leak, I'll know. And the fuel pump is an electric fuel pump, but it's just nice to turn it on and let it run. And unfortunately, with the diesel heater, when I installed it, I was thinking install it and then be done with it. I didn't think about maintaining it. So if you're going to build out a rig, make sure that you put this diesel heater somewhere that you can replace the fuel lines. You can get this out and clean it. Where I put it, it was going to be out of the way, but it's not very good at when I have to work onto it. And I really haven't had to work onto it really too much. Majority of why I've had to work onto it was more of an issue of operator error more than that the diesel heater was broke. Like when we installed it, we put the wrong diesel fuel line onto it, so it was leaking, so we had to fix that. And then we put the fuel filter kind of in the wrong position. Not really in the wrong position, just too tight to the wall, so it just was not... It was a lot to do with the way that we installed it. So if I were to install another diesel heater, I would put it somewhere where it wasn't close to this unit, just because if I need to get back here, there's more room. And it's right under my bed, so trying to get down and crawl underneath here is hard. But it's doable. Would I recommend somebody else doing this? No. If you're going to install one, put it to where it's easier to work on. Just in case you need to repair anything, clean things, check things out. And I switched from my microfiber cloth to this one because this is skinnier, easier to work with. Okay, because there's not much debris and whatnot in this fan, I'm not really going to take this all apart. I'm going to just run my cloth through it, get it all cleaned. I'm cleaning up this section. I need to clean up back here, these wires. Not much water in that one, so I'm going to leave that there, which is a good thing. And there's a lot of electrical components, so you don't want a whole bunch of water, especially this being the motherboard. You don't want a lot of water down and around this area. So I'm just using a damp cloth. And I'm putting it in between the fins, getting the dust out of there. So, pretty simple. Got 2 screws here, 2 screws down there, and then that cap. Now, when I took this cover off, you guys seen me pull this out. Now, this actually come from these corners. There's one missing there, one missing there, and if you look, there's one there, and there's one there. So this one in this corner slid down there, and that's when you seen me pull it out of. And this one came out a long time ago. So it is broke in half. So I'm not going to be able to put it back in its place. And I'm just going to leave it out because there's nothing I can do about that. I may get online and just see if there are some replacements, but I don't feel as it's that necessary. All right. We're going to put this back together now. So we got one screw in here. We got one screw to go in here. Then we got another screw to go down in here. And I also too need to get out my vacuum and vacuum underneath this. Now we got all 4 of these screws almost back into place. And they're just finger tight because they're just plastic. Metal is going into plastic. You really do not want to tighten these too tight. This just slides in here. Like so. Down it goes. That is done. And then screw this back on. Nice and clean. Now, the other thing that I have done with this diesel heater is it comes with an inline filter. And that inline filter is supposed to be close to the fuel pump. And because of the way we built it, there's not a whole lot of room. So I took and did a fuel filter in the tank. So I put a fuel filter in the tank back there. And that's how I'm filtering the diesel. Is that right or wrong? You got to make a decision on how you do you for van life for your diesel heater. I have not had a problem with it. Thanks for watching, and click into this box because this is what YouTube thinks would be best for you. See you down the road. Safe travels.